So for the abdominal region, we have the external oblique, which is the outermost layer. Then we have the internal oblique. And then we have the transversus, which is the third layer. It's fairly thin, all three layers. And then the rectus abdominis runs along this midline of the ventral side. And there's a line there. So, superficial chest muscles, we're going the clavicobrachialis, and then underneath that, this is going to be your pectoanquibrachialis. Then underneath it, this is your pectoralis major. We're going to go pectoralis minor here, and then the xiphohumerales, which is this long muscle that runs here. Yep. Ready, go. Here, we're on the top part of the head. This is the temporalis. And then the cheek muscle right here is the masseter. Golden, ready? Right. Yep. Okay. We're gonna start here. Starting here, we have the acromion deltoid. It's gonna be this little dude right here. Next, we have the acromion trapezius, and that's going to be this big section here. And it's the trapezius is 3 parts. We'll get to the other 3 in a second. Next part is the clavicotrapezius. It's the second part. This area right here. Then we're going to go to the infraspinatus, and it's going to be deep in the shoulder. It's kind of this area here. Next, we're going to do the latissimus dorsi. That's this big muscle that makes up most of your back. Next, we have the levator scapulae ventralis, and that is going to be this dude here. It's your levator scapulae ventralis. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. And then next, we're going to do your rhomboideus, and that's another deep muscle. And your rhomboideus is going to be this guy right here, and he comes together on the other side, almost to a V point. After rhomboideus, you have the rhomboideus compiculus, and it runs more laterally to the rhomboideus, but it also extends higher. And then we go to the spinodeltoid, and the spinodeltoid is going to be this area right here that connects into the shoulder humeral joint. Then we're on the spinotrapezius, and it's this third section of the traps. It almost looks like it could be the lats, but it's a little bit smaller. Next, we're going to do the splenius, and that's this muscle of the back neck part. Then we're going to the supraspinatus, and that's the section here. And then last but not least, we're at the teres major, and that's going to be this muscle right here. This muscle connects to the lower part of the scapula, I guess, that lateral. And that's good for that. Okay, we're going to start on the ventral deep shoulder. So we're going to do the coracobrachialis, and it's going to be this little guy here. It's pretty small. Next, we're going to do the scaleniuses. This says anterior, posterior, medius, but the anterior one is only exposed, and that's this guy here. Next, we're doing the serratus ventralis. That's going to be this contraption here. He's nice and big and distinct. Next, we're going to do the subscapularis. That's going to be this whole inside of the shoulder. Takes up all of that area. And then we're doing the teres major. Teres major runs along through here, this part. And then lastly, we have the transverse costorum, and that's gonna be this dude here. That's kind of exposed, but there's veins. And he's supposed to run up about to here and ties in with the serratuses. That's it. Okay, we're gonna start with this is the upper arm that we're looking at. We're gonna start with the triceps. We're gonna do the long head of the triceps brachii, and it's gonna be this dude here, and it's gonna be this dude here. The lateral head is this one. You go underneath the lateral head to show the medial head of the triceps. It's gonna be this little guy that's kind of in the middle. Next, we're gonna do the brachialis while we're here. And the brachialis is gonna be this muscle that runs here. Then we're going to flip him real quick. And I'm gonna show you the biceps brachii. That's gonna be this one right here. And then this guy, he's gonna be underneath. He's underneath all the chest muscles. And then we're gonna do the epitrochlearis. That's gonna be this muscle that runs here. It's also this guy over here. And that's it for the upper arm. Starting for the ventral side or dorsal side of the cat form, we have the abductor pollicis longus, so the black pin. Next we have the brachiradialis, that's going to be this mint pin. That mint pin muscle there. Next we're going to have the carpi radialis brevis, and it's pinned purple, and it's supposed to be underneath the extensor carpi radialis longus, which is this red pin here. Next we're going to have the carpi extensor carpi ulnaris, that's a pink pin, connects to the ulna. Next we're going to do the extensor digitorum communis. That is that navy pin muscle. Then after that, we're going to have the extensor digitorum lataris. That is what the yellow pin is in. And then after the yellow, the last one's going to be the supinator. So that's going to be where this teal pin is, underneath. There you go. So this is the ventral side of the form. We have pink as the pronator teres. Red is going to be the flexor carpi radialis. Green is going to be the flexor digitorum superficius. Purple is going to be underneath it, and that is going to be the flexor digitorum profundus. And then teal, through both of those teals down there, is going to be, I don't know, flexor carpi ulnaris. So ulnaris, purple underneath is going to be digitorum profundus. Green is going to be digitorum superficius. Red is going to be carpi radialis. And pink is once again the pronator teres. So we're going to start off with the lateral thigh. We're going to start with the biceps femoris. That's the large ass muscle here. Then we're going to go to cauda femoralis. And the cauda femoralis is going to be this little dude that runs here. And he's this dude that runs here. Next, we're going to do the gluteus maximus. Gluteus maximus kind of got tore on ours, but it's this guy here. And the gluteus medius is this one. He's a little bit bigger. And then our tensor fasciata lata is this that runs up into here, and he was connected. He's not connected anymore, but it's that muscle. And then the tenissimus is going to be this dude right here that looks like one huge tendon. And that's it for this side. Alright, we're going to start with our abductor muscles. So our adductor femoris is going to be this dude here, and our adductor longus is this guy here. And then from our adductor longus, we're just going to proceed up, and we're going to do our pectineus, which is going to be a little guy here. I don't think I screwed that up. Yeah, pectineus. And then this one's here going to be your iliopsoas. It's that little guy, if we can see it over here. So your longus, medius aren't separated, but this is that would be your longest. Longest, pectineus, and then your iliopsoas. Whatever. That's their little group of 3 or 4 muscles that run along here. Next, we're going to do our gracius, and that's this guy here. Then we're going to do our rector femoris, and our rector femoris is going to be this dude. This dude here, or is it this dude? I think it's this dude. Yeah. Rector femoris is this dude. And then sartorius is this big muscle here. You can see it better on this side. Sartorius. And then semimembranosus, that's going to be this guy. No, this guy. It's this guy. I always mix those up. And then we're going to do a semitendinosus is here. And then our vastus medius is this guy that I thought was the rector femoris. But for that one, you're also going to have your rectus laterus and your vastus laterus and your vastus intermedius, which are somewhere deep down in the hidden waters of it. And that's the cat. So now we're starting with the ventral side of the lower limb of the shank. So we'll start with yellow being the gastrocnemius. White is going to be underneath that. And that's going to be the plantaris. Next to that, we are going to have navy. Navy is going to be your tibialis posterior. And then your black is going to be that tendon, small muscle that runs right there. That is going to be your flexor hallucis longus. And then our mint is going to be your flexor digitorum longus. And then your red is going to be tibialis anterior. So we're going to start with red. That's your tibialis anterior. And this is on the dorsal side of the shank. Next we're going to move to purple. This is going to be your extensor digitorum longus. Our mint is going to be our primarius group. The teal color is going to be the soleus. Runs right along with the gastrocnemius.